guys, I'm Lillian, aka Stitching Me on Instagram and here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. I hope you find something of interest. Today is the 5th of March 2022 and I am back with a new Flosstube update. So today I've got some stitching to show you guys and we are going to talk a bit about WhipGo. And after that I thought I would show you my plans since I rebutted most of them like last week. So a lot has changed and so we are going to do the first planned tour of 2022. So let's get started. Let's see, first off, we again only got one project to show you guys. If you've seen my last video, you know that I am participating in WhipGo and yeah, so for February, WhipGo chose like both squares that got called had tiger in it, which is my focus piece for the year and I want to finish him. And so I had to do 3 pages, 1 square called for 2 and 1 square called for 1. And I said to you guys that I would really like to see one of the squares being a different project in March, because I would only have to have one project to show you guys every now and then. Yeah, so it's getting a bit boring, but for March, WhipGo called the same thing again. So one square for 2 pages on tiger and 1 square for 1 page on tiger. And I will show you my WhipGo board here. So you can see the darker colors are the ones that are completed within the time. I managed to finish my goal like just in time before the end of the month. And the lighter ones are the ones that were called for March. So let's hope next month we get another project. But for now we are working on tiger. So this is a chart that I got off Etsy. Stitching him on 28 count Jobelin 2/2 full cross with the call for DMCs. And like I told you, this is my focus piece and I want to finish him this year. So this is what we are up to. Let's see. So since the last time you've seen this, I finished that little page down there to finish off the goal for February. So that was the 3rd page in February. And then I have started working on this page, which is the first one of March. So when I finish this, and I'm a good way done, I have done, since the last time you've seen this, 1304 stitches. And on this page alone, over 900. And every page on this piece, like a full coverage page, like in the middle here, is 2000 stitches. And this is on the side, so there's a few blank spaces, so even less than 2000. So I'm halfway, like more than halfway through on that page. Yeah, and we are now done up to 62.92%. So almost 2/3 of the way done. So I'm getting a good head start here. And what I would like to do is, as long as I feel like I can make it, doing 3 full pages, I will keep on randomizing. Because what I do is I give every page that is next to one of the pages that is done a number, and then I will run the random number generator, and then whichever number it calls, whichever page it corresponds to, that's the one that I will be doing next. So, but the good thing is, there's only 3 like full coverage pages done left. Like these 3 are full coverage, and then all the others have some bit of blank around the edges. Some more than others, like the page underneath there, that has barely like 200 stitches in it, and others have like 1800. So there's a big difference, but still. So 3 pages does not necessarily mean that I have to do 6,000 stitches in a month. But at least for the second page, I will randomize it, and then I will see if I would be able to do a, like after the second page, if I'm like before the 20th of the month and I finish it, then I will just randomize it, because if I have to do another full page, I would make it. But if I finish my second page like at the 25th, then I'm just not going to randomize it, and I'm going to pick a page that is not full coverage. And that would still complete my goal of 3 pages. So that is what we are up to now. And let's hope that next month we get something else. And that chance should be pretty high, because there are 2 pages being called, or 2 squares being called every month. And the like tiger is less than half of the squares left, and the others are, so more than half of the squares left contain a different project than tiger. So odds are in our favor, I believe. Now that's tiger and that's whip go, and that's all I've got to show you for stitching. And that's why I want another piece to come up. If I keep on going at this pace, I will probably be able to work on some other piece this month as well. And then I will have something else to show you too. But for now, yeah, we will see. I will just keep on going. And yeah, that's everything I've got for stitching. So if you were here only for the stitching, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. And yeah, just quickly about what I am not able to speak today. I'm so sorry. Last time I asked you guys to help me choose between 2 collections of patterns, like which one would you like to see first. I will show you the collections again here. So there's one with birds and there's one with horses, and the one with birds got chosen by a lot within the Instagram poll in my stories. So I am going to try and get the first pattern done this weekend, and then hopefully next weekend get something up on Etsy. Fingers crossed. My goal is to get the first collection done this month, but knowing me, that's a goal, and the goals are there to be broken. Because school and other life stuff has priority over this, but still, it is my goal and I'm going to try to make it. So you will see the birds collection first, then the horses collection, and then there's a third collection coming with pets, but that's, we still have to work on a little, so that one will be the last one to come out. And I'm really, really excited about it. Yeah, so just a quick question. If you would like to help me, let me know what you guys value most in a good pattern. Is it like little confetti? Do you prefer less colors or more colors? Do you prefer patterns like smaller ones with less detail versus the bigger ones with more detail, but they will take a lot longer to stitch up. Let me know what you prefer, and that will give me some guidelines as to what I will do with the pictures. So, that being done, let's get upstairs and show you my plans. So, we are now upstairs, and the first thing we see is these monsteras. Monstera deliciosa to be exact. Now, yeah, this was a big project. Because what I had, like, when I first got these originally were 7 plants in one container. Now, 2 of those broke off. So when I got these, there were 5 plants in the main container, and then there were 2 cuttings that I rooted and planted. And what I've done now is I have taken the 2 biggest ones from the main container and potted those up together. Then I had there were 3 smaller ones in with them. 2 of those are there, and the 3rd one is going to the sister of my boyfriend. And then so there are now 6 plants here. And then the 2 cuttings that I rooted and planted, one of them was bigger and one of them was smaller. And those 2 I planted up together as well. So here we are. Because I wanted to have fewer plants in one container, like 2, and here we are. So these are the Monstera deliciosas now. This leaf is a little weird. I think, like in the last spot, this used to be horizontal somewhat, and the way I stacked it or staked it, it's now completely vertical. So yeah, but this will, I think, once she wakes up, because I think she's still dormant right now, this will fold back. Then here in a windowsill. Okay, first off, this is a banana plant that I got off from my boyfriend's sister. And then this is a, that one I repotted as well. And then this is a Pilia that I did not repot, one of the few ones. I figured it was fine in here, and if it will need a repot, if it goes crazy this year, I will just repot it later on. And then these are looking a bit sad. These are my coleus plants. Those 2 are red ones. The color is fading a lot in those. And then that one and that one are like the leaf is supposed to go. You can kind of still see it in this old leaf. Yellow, purple, green. And the black pots, so those 2 are the mother plants, and they used to be like tiny when I got them last year. And then those 2 are cuttings that I took last year. And I cut them back tremendously. And I will show you in a second that when I cut these back, I took some cuttings and tried to root them. But now I think I might have been too early, because they're not rooting yet, and they have been in water for like a week, and usually that would be enough for them to root really well. So I hope I've not done this too early and killed them. But yeah, these are supposed to be cut back like this in the beginning of the season, like I found through some research, and then they are supposed to come back stronger. So let's hope I've not killed them. So these are the cuttings. This is like what the actual color is supposed to look like of the red one. So red with a really bright yellow edge. And then this one is kind of what's supposed to look like, except for the center is supposed to be bright yellow as well. But I think once these cuttings mature and get healthy, that color will return. But for now it's not there. And as you can see, they have been in the water for a week now. And there are no roots. I do have to fill this one up a little, but still. So this has got me a bit worried, because I thought that if I killed the mother plants by cutting them back too aggressively, I would still have these cuttings, because I had no problem at all rooting these cuttings before. But now they are dormant, I believe, and they are not really rooting. So, but they still look healthy, so I'll just keep them in here and hope they will root eventually. Let's hope so. So those are the coleus plants. Then over here we've got lots of stuff. First off, the aloe vera. They are doing great. Now these plants, like these two plus those two, I got in one pot, and they were overwatered by a lot and really weak. And I let them dry up, and then when they were healthy, I have repotted them. So I have taken them apart. The two biggest ones got their own pot, and then these two smaller ones got their own pot. And there were a few, like the tiniest little pops, and I figured I had enough aloe already, and those small ones were like almost too small to even pot up. So yeah, I just threw those away. Then what we've also got here is we've got some Christmas cactus. Now those two were cuttings that I took also last year, because last year I got them two plants. And they've grown a lot, but I wanted to put them together in one pot so they would be a bit fuller sooner. Fuller. So I've potted them up together. This is what they look like now. I love them. And then behind here we've got two succulents. Really cute. I forgot their names. And I did not repot those two, but this one I did. This is a syngonium, white dragon, if I remember correctly. And there are a few leaves that are starting to die back, but the rest of them are looking healthy. And I did give this a slightly bigger pot, because this was in the same size pot as these two. But I wanted it to have some room, and it was getting a little bit root bound, so there it is. Now, going over here, we have one more plant, and this is my spider plant, variegated one. And it is pushing out so much new growth. When I got this a few weeks ago, it has been neglected by a lot, and there were like 4 times this amount of leaves, but then dead. And everything that's standing upright, that's all new growth. So yeah, looking great. She's doing amazing. And whenever I feel like it, but for now I don't have any room, I will get some cuttings off of these. My dad has asked me for some cuttings. He would like to have one of these plants on his room, like his office. So I will do that for him. But it's the last plant. So this is now looking like a jungle, and I love it. And oh yeah, the sun is shining outside. It has been like lovely weather the last couple of days, so I will get outside and get some sun on my skin in a second. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy. Happy stitching. Bye guys.